Hey everyone, Chris Novick here from Masonry Marketing, and today I want to go over 5 big ways that you can optimize and improve your website. Now, you should think of your website in 2 ways. Number 1, as your virtual storefront to the world, and number 2, as a salesperson that works for you 24/7 basically. So here are the 5 ways. So I'm going to use this website here, American Masonry Service, as an example because I like the elements and I like the way everything is laid out. I think it's a good example to use. So number 1 is kind of a two-parter. Number 1, you want to make sure you have your branding on the website, either on the top left or in the middle. Let's look at the storefront analogy. If you're on at a physical storefront, if you own a physical store, you want a really nice eye-catching sign for the store to be above the store so people come to you, and you have good brand awareness. Same thing with your virtual storefront. You want you want your logo to be right where you can see it. You want to get that brand awareness right away. And by the way, this should be on the top of every page. Second part of number 1 is your contact info. You should make it extremely easy for people to find you. I must tell you, I've been on websites over the years where I feel like Sherlock Holmes trying to find the contact info. It's ridiculous. Your phone number should be on the top right, and it should be, jump out at you. So it's easy for people to contact you. So number 2 is you want to have some sort of call to action, like a form fill. Some people don't like talking to people. Some people are shy. Some people would rather fill out a form. Let's say you're browsing at 2:30 in the morning and you don't want to leave a voicemail. You don't want to wake your family up. You want to leave, some information. So have a form fill. They have, what do masonry contractors want customers to do? They want them to call them to get a free estimate. So over here you have a quote button where they can leave your information. You don't have to respell your email address and spell it out for the person answering the phone. It's another way to and it encourages people to take action when you have a big get a quote button. Number 3 is customer reviews. Vital for masonry contractors to have customer reviews. Unfortunately, in the contractor world, a few rotten apples have spoiled the barrel. And people are very wary of working with contractors. So reviews are going to help tremendously. They're going to give you credibility. They're going to make people feel better about doing business with you. So I would get as many reviews as you can, number 1. And number 2, make them very easy to find on your website. Over here, I click read more, review after review after review after review. I don't know about you, but I'm more likely to hire this company because they've shown me, that other people have had good experiences with them. So number 4 is it's good to have a newsletter. And that's for a couple of reasons. Number 1, in today's day and age, we're in the information age, it's good to educate people. Part of the selling process should be education. It just brings value. Number 1, it's probably going to make the customer feel empowered to make a decision because they have the information they need. Number 2, it builds your credibility and makes you more of an authority figure, which obviously is going to make people want to buy from you more. So that's one reason. Second reason is if I put my information here and they get my name and info, I'm now a more qualified prospect because I've actually reached out and asked for more info. So that's another thing. But another very important thing is this is a great way to collect information. The internet is a two-way street. That's what's so great about that media. The more people much of the reason for the newsletters is to capture people's information, get their email address. That's gold. Because the thing is, now you can keep marketing to them. There's a stat that when people go to a website, 96% of people leave the website without doing anything. Only 4% of people do something like take an action on a website. That, coupled with the fact that masonry is sort of a long buying cycle. It's not like a pizza pie where you're going to buy it right away. You want to make sure that you stay top of mind with people, so that when you send them an email, an offer, something new about the company, stay top of mind. If you have their email address, you can market to them, and when they're ready to pull the trigger, who's going to get the job? You, because you're top of mind. So number 5 is make sure you have a mobile-friendly website, or a responsive website, as they call it. That means that the size will adapt to whatever device you have, whether it's a desktop, mobile like an iPhone, or a tablet, an iPad. So here's an example of a responsive website. You see everything is adapted to the screen, everything's big, everything's right-sized. And on the corner, on the top corner, you can see what they call the hamburger menu. It's 3 lines. Once you click those, the menu options come down. So it's formatted for mobile. This here is an example of a site that is not mobile friendly. In other words, the desktop site looks the same as the mobile site, and you have to pinch and you have to pinch in. I can't even pinch in, but normally you have to pinch in and zoom out in order to see everything. So those are my 5 ways to optimize and improve your website. I hope you got something from this, and I'll see you on the next video. So number 5 is make sure you have a mobile-friendly website, or a responsive website, as they call it. That means that the size will adapt to whatever device you have, whether it's a desktop, mobile like an iPhone, or a tablet, an iPad. So here's an example of a responsive website. You see everything is adapted to the screen, everything's big, everything's right-sized. And on the corner, on the top corner, you can see what they call the hamburger menu. It's 3 lines. Once you click those, the menu options come down. So it's formatted for mobile. This here is an example of a site that is not mobile friendly. In other words, the desktop site looks the same as the mobile site, and you have to pinch and you have to pinch in. I can't even pinch in, but normally you have to pinch in and zoom out in order to see everything. So those are my 5 ways to optimize and improve your website. I hope you got something from this, and I'll see you on the next video.